Repurposing projects are complex. When you can convert a single family home into 4 units as of right, which the City of Toronto lets you do, the returns are immense and you could start creating wealth for you and your family. As a matter of fact, why don't we go take a drive at a couple projects and see how these things are done. Let's go for a drive. We're going to take a trip to visit 2 projects. We're working with some clients to repurpose single-family homes into multi-units. They're both 4-unit properties that will eventually be completed. The first unit, we've just ripped off the roof. We are framing the 2nd-story addition as well as some interior framing. And then we're going to move on down the road to the 2nd unit that's almost at completion. It's a 4-unit repurposed property that includes a garden suite, and I think I'll give you some perspective. And we'll also talk a little bit about what people need to look at when they're considering repurposing a project, because there are a lot of requirements needed in order for a successful project to happen, and that includes some permissions, some requirements with respect to fire hydrants, egress, and emergency service requirements as well. We're going to visit one of our projects where we're repurposing a single family home into 4 units. We have one project here that's just starting the construction phase. It's a traditional bungalow, wartime bungalow that's about 1,000 square feet. We're going to be topping it up, repurposing it into 4 units inclusive of a garden suite. Come on in and I'll show you where we're at. In all our projects, we gut the main house. We take it right down to the bare walls so we could maximize the floor plan and try to get the most bedrooms available. All our projects are 2-bedroom plus. In this particular one, they're all going to be 3-bedroom units. So that way we have maximum potential for rents. And what we also try to do is we try to make sure we get maximum height. We've topped up the roof line for the main floor. The ceiling height's going to be 9 feet. So there's going to be a lot of room in this unit. We really like having full ceiling heights in the basement, so that way we could get maximum rents. In this particular case, we're gutting it. We're trying to get 2 bedrooms down here. We're going to try 3, but I think it's going to be 2 bedrooms, and it's going to be a really sweet unit. This is one of our projects where we just started the garden suite. We're putting down the foundation for the garden suite. This will be a 2-story, 1,200 square foot unit, 3 bedrooms. And we're going to go over to the next property to show you what a finished garden suite looks like. We just saw a project that started construction pretty much, and we're now going to go to a project that's almost done. And we're really excited about this one. Anyone considering repurposing has to remember 3 things. Number 1, you have to be 45 meters away from a fire hydrant with respect to where your property line lies. You will also need 1 meter of fire lane access to a garden suite for emergency services. And that garden suite cannot also be 45 meters maximum from your sidewalk. Okay, so we're going to go take a look and see what a garden suite actually looks like. This right here is a garden suite. It's a 2-story, almost 1,200 square foot garden suite, 3-bedroom, 2 bathrooms, and this meets all the permissions that City of Toronto needs. It's got 5-foot setbacks from the property line around the perimeter, excluding the backyard. And in order to go up 2 stories, you need to have 7.5 meters or 25 feet between the main house and the garden suite, which is what you're seeing here. we're going to go inside and take a look at what a garden suite actually looks like. So we're at about 75% complete on this garden suite. We're now just doing the finishes just like that second story unit. This is also 3 stories. We don't have any railings on the stairs, so I'm not going to be heading up there, but just to give you an idea of what the floor plan looks like here, we have a lot of living space. We have very big windows. They're not clean, but when this is finished, you're really going to see a really good unit. And this will have heated flooring. Because there's no basement, we ended up adding heated flooring. And the units are big. They're really, really big. We got a bedroom here that has lots of closets. And upstairs, there's another 2 bedrooms with a bathroom and a lot of storage as well. So, this is a pretty big unit at 1,195 square feet, I believe. And you're going to get really good rents when you have more living space that tenants could enjoy. We're really excited about it, and this is what we're trying to achieve. Make no mistake, the process is complex. The permit process is difficult. The amount of documentation, permits, and required drawings costs money, and it's no easy feat for an individual homeowner to go through this process and think that it's going to be smooth, as many government folks are touting about, saying how easy it is to add rental units. Every rental unit has to be fire rated, has to be by code. You need 2 exits for each unit. And quite frankly, it's a tougher task than what government officials lead you to believe. It's not easy, believe me. So this is the upper unit. We're going to take a look and see what we're trying to accomplish here. But most units that we're trying to build, like I said, are all 2 and 3 bedrooms. This one's a 3 bedroom. The goal is to always provide a very good living space for tenants. And in this particular case, we have about 1,100 square feet of living space. We're waiting for kitchen delivery and all millwork. Flooring's in, and we're almost about done. We're at the latter stages of finishes. And in this particular project, we have in-suite laundry. We have separate HVAC cooling systems. Every unit has their own electrical panel. And as you can see, this is a big, big unit, and not the dog crate condos that Ron Butler, my friend, always references, where if you fall in any direction, you're going to hit a wall. We got 3 bedrooms here, all very big, lots of light, and you can't go wrong with 2 and 3 bedroom units. They're in high demand, there's not enough of them, and that's what needs to be built. In-suite laundry, bedroom, bedroom. You can't go wrong with these. Well, there's a tremendous amount of soft costs associated with these builds. You got to go through zoning review. You have to get all your drawings in place. You got to have all your mechanical and HVAC drawings. The initial costs, I'm going to say, is about 20 grand. That gives you a lot of wiggle room for shopping around. And one of the things you got to do is you also got to make sure you have a survey, and an updated one, because you have to prepare all your documents off a survey. And that's where a lot of people kind of start swaying away from doing this, because they got to start spending some money. This thing's not cheap. This process is very cumbersome. And to get a permit, you're looking at best 3 to 6 months, provided you got all your documentations in order. Well, when you're dealing with a project that includes a renovation and a garden suite, what people fail to realize is it's 2 sets of permits, which means that you have to submit your request for permits in 2 different applications. One for the interior alterations and repurposing of the main property, and then you need a separate application for the garden suite or laneway. So you may in fact get two examiners looking at each of the applications in some cases at the city, which just drags the process on, and you may not necessarily get your permits at the same time, which delays your contractor getting going, because you want to take advantage of your trades being on site to deal with both projects at the same time to get the economies of scale to save you money. Financing is a big part of this whole exercise, and one of the things we've always identified is people that want to get these projects done need to have all the services available in one place to make it as smooth as possible. And being both a mortgage broker and a mortgage administrator running a MIC, we have the ability to offer construction financing to folks to complete these projects and do it in a way that's very seamless. We try to work with contractors and understand what their timelines are, so that way everything could run smoother. And the faster you could get a project done, the more money you save in interest costs and setup fees with those construction financing arrangements. Because if they do drag on, the interest clock continues to run, and it just drives projects off a budget and into more costs for that homeowner that just leaves a sour taste in their mouth. Most people that do this are long-term investors, and if you could get it done right the first time, the chances of them entering into a second project becomes a lot higher. And that's what we want to try to do, is help people build wealth and build a portfolio of high quality rental units that they could be proud of and pass on to their kids and relatives.